Hello! Welcome to today's lesson on nuclear power. Firstly, we will understand what nuclear power is and how it is used. We will then evaluate the reliability and renewability of nuclear power. Finally, we will examine the environmental impact of nuclear power. So far, you have learned about various types of energy resources and how they are used to generate electricity, as well as their pros and cons. Building on this foundation, we can now delve into the specifics of nuclear power. This lesson will enhance our understanding of the different types of energy resources and their implications, advancing our knowledge of how energy is produced and managed in the modern world. Let's get started. Nuclear fuel, like uranium and plutonium, is utilized in nuclear power plants to generate electricity. Nuclear fuel stores an immense amount of nuclear energy within its atomic nuclei. This energy can be released through a process known as nuclear fission. During nuclear fission, the nucleus of an atom, typically uranium-235 or plutonium-239, is split into smaller parts by being bombarded with neutrons. This splitting creates a large amount of heat energy. The energy from these reactions is used to convert water into steam in a separate part of the nuclear reactor. The high-pressure steam then drives turbines connected to generators, producing electricity. This process is incredibly efficient, as the energy released from nuclear fission is millions of times greater than that released from burning an equivalent mass of fossil fuels. As of 2024, nuclear power contributes approximately 15% to the UK's electricity generation, with government plans to quadruple the current nuclear energy capacity by 2050. So how reliable and renewable are they? Nuclear power plants are known for their high reliability. They can operate continuously for long periods, often 18 to 24 months, before needing to be refueled. This consistent operation provides a steady and stable supply of electricity, making nuclear energy a dependable source. Nuclear fuel, including uranium and plutonium, is not a renewable resource. Once the fuel is used in a nuclear reactor, it cannot be reused for creating energy. The reserves of these fuels are finite. They will deplete over time. However, the energy output from nuclear fuel is tremendously high, and this high energy density means a relatively small amount of fuel can produce a lot of electricity over a long period. It's estimated that the available uranium reserves could last for thousands of years at the current consumption rates, but they are not infinite. So what about the environmental impact? Nuclear power plants do not emit pollutant gases or greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide during operation. However, they do come with a set of serious disadvantages that must be carefully considered. One of the most pressing issues is the generation of radioactive waste. When nuclear fuel is used in reactors, it eventually becomes spent, meaning it can no longer efficiently sustain a nuclear reaction. However, this spent fuel, along with other radioactive byproducts, remains highly hazardous and radioactive for thousands of years. This radioactive waste requires incredibly secure and durable storage solutions to prevent any environmental contamination. The storage must be designed to withstand not just years but millennia, guarding against leaks that could harm ecosystems and human health. Typically, this waste is stored deep underground in geologically stable formations to prevent leaks and contamination. However, the long-term safety and security of this method continue to be subjects of ongoing research and discussion. The complexity of ensuring such long-term safety adds a significant burden to the use of nuclear energy. Moreover, the potential for accidental releases of radiation, although rare, presents a severe risk with catastrophic consequences. History has shown us the devastating impact of such incidents. The Chernobyl disaster in 1986 is perhaps the most infamous example, where a reactor explosion released massive amounts of radioactive material into the environment, leading to widespread contamination and long-term health effects for countless people. These examples highlight the critical need for stringent safety measures in the operation of nuclear facilities, as well as the ongoing challenges of managing the risks associated with this powerful energy source. While nuclear energy plays a crucial role in reducing carbon emissions, these disadvantages must be carefully weighed when considering its future use. In today's lesson, we explored the topic of nuclear energy. We learned that nuclear fuel, primarily uranium or plutonium, is a powerful source of energy released through nuclear fission. This process involves splitting atomic nuclei to generate heat, which is then used to produce electricity in nuclear power plants. We discussed the reliability of nuclear energy and addressed the classification of nuclear fuel as a non-renewable resource due to its finite availability. Moreover, we examined the environmental impact of nuclear energy, acknowledging that while it produces minimal greenhouse gas emissions compared to fossil fuels, it poses significant challenges such as radioactive waste management and the potential risks of nuclear accidents.